Well, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Charleston White.
Right.
So last week, a video started to circulate
Right.
of an interview that you did with Charleston in Texas.
Right.
And the video that was circulating looked like it was almost like a hidden video. Like it wasn't like the main camera. It was like someone's phone in the corner or something.
That was his.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So let's go into the whole story. Now, you live in L.A. Why were you out in Texas to begin with?
I went to Texas because Unc, which is Han, who Charleston worked with, called me and asked me would I come and do an event for the kids. They was at a campsite, and I think they had 45 kids. So me being passionate about what I'm doing, I said yeah. So I jumped in my car, and I went to Texas for that reason. Now he asked me would I do the podcast show when I come down there. Oh, no problem. I'm cool. It felt kind of funny. Not him, but wherever I go, I'm prepared. I'm ready for whatever. I'm going to Texas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm already prepared for it. I get down there. We start doing this show. I get a text on my phone. And when I get the text on my phone, it's my boy that's with me. And he telling me that Charleston got a pistol on his right side in the chair. I ain't worried about that. I got my pistol on my hip. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay. So I lean back and I look over at Charleston. I don't see his phone at the time. So people start calling in and saying, y'all live. So Unc is looking at his phone. He don't say turn it off, whatever. So we doing the video. The show. So now he just start getting belligerent. Like, hold up, homie, I'm talking to you. Now, mind you, I had 2 previous conversations with Charleston White about bashing the Bloods and the Crips. And the first time it was, okay, homie, what you doing ain't right, yada, yada. I let it go. We supposed to be good. He went right back into it. So after he said, fuck Monster Cody, fuck Nipsey, I reached out to him again. And I pretty much explained to him that, you're doing more harm than good than what you're saying. You think it's good to bash and whatever, but they kids could be watching this. And you calling them dope fiends and died in the parks and all of this shit, you're wrong. And I'm passionate about it because I lost my brother. I lost my cousin. You know what I'm saying? So we went from there. He like, oh, all right. Now I was emotional when I'm getting at him because I'm more mad than anything. Because when people ask me about Charleston White, yeah, I deal with Charleston White. Yeah, we work with them. Our podcast, we linked them, whatever. How can you work with this dude? And that was one of my reasons to get at him. The other one is, I used to be a Blood. I used to be a gang member. So it wasn't about Bloods and Crips. My point to him was, you bashing on somebody that you don't even know. If anybody should be mad at anything, it should be me. I lost my brother by the homies. So I should be the main one mad, but I'm not mad and I'm not putting everybody in one basket, the Bloods and the Crips, for my situation. You know what I'm saying? So, I just thought it was reckless. And when I got down there, he did all of this, yada, yada, and he really made me mad. He made me mad. And when he stood up, I'm paying attention to the whole scene. Now, he's sitting over here by his gun. I got mine on my hip. I ain't tripping. So now I'm knowing why he talking the way he talking. So when he got up and walked away from the chair and he was going at it, that's when I stood up and I met him. And now we're face to face. You know what I'm saying? And I asked him a question. I asked him one thing. Just tell me you want it. And I wouldn't have got no stripes from touching Charleston. I didn't go down to Texas to touch Charleston. he's making it seem like L.A. got a problem with Texas. California don't have a problem with Texas. Gangbangers don't, Bloods or Crips, not that I know of, have a problem with Texas. Texas ain't did shit to us. You know what I'm saying? So that narrative, he needs to knock it off. He needs to stop trying to make it is the Bloods and Crips of this and that. They all broke. They all, stop talking about the dead. It's very disrespectful. And I felt like, it's not on me. It's in me, what I used to be. You know what I'm saying? And I took pride in what I used to be. And I kind of felt like this dude got to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't only disrespecting them, he disrespecting me. But if you fuck with me, stop disrespecting me. I'm not a gangbanger, but you know what I was. I was in that life. And for a person not to live in California up under our laws, our rules, you had no right to speak on it.